Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is July 30th, 2025, Wednesday. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and the YouTube channel. As always, we want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with our newsletter subscribers. A lot of exciting things are happening. Okay, so I think the best way to do it, we'll start with showing our most recent reports. Okay, we'll go back a couple days to July 28th, our Fibonacci turn date. By the way, this unprecedented limited time offer, it expires tomorrow. Okay, we're doing our auto trades here, and here are the systems. There are the prices that they were. These are the new prices until tomorrow. Okay, so one more day left. Here's how it worked. By the way, here's our trades as of 2 days ago. I update it every day. This is the newest one, the brand new system, triggers and targets. That's the 10-year bonds and T-notes. I've been trading the T-notes for these auto trades. You can see that was as of 2 days ago. I think we did a little better than that, but how it works is I'm the developer. Triggers and targets is the name of the system. I use Fibonacci extensions and ratios, and Elliott Waves, of course. Money management, which is all important, more important than a trading system, is a money management system. I use the Ryan Jones fixed ratio money management system. It limits our trading losses to 5% and builds on our gains. How does it work? You open a futures account with Striker Securities. They are a futures broker. I am not. So they auto trade my trades for you in your account. So I make a trade, I give it to them. They trade it in your account that you opened with them. Okay, there's all the contact information for Striker Securities. Okay, there's our disclaimer. Here was our report on the 28th, direct hit with price and time. Okay, the date was 7/28 on the futures, ES futures. That's when it hit, and the actual and the target were within 4.5 points. Okay, there's the chart there on the E-mini futures daily chart from the April 7th low. This market should correct either the move up from the 523 low or the 47. We'll get into that a little bit later, but we'll see which degree of trend it wants to correct. Okay, there's our verbiage within 4.5 points of our Fibonacci turn date. Today is different than the previous days, and you can see over here, well, I'll get into that later, okay, because this Fibonacci turn date occurred or happened on two different spirals, one from the July of 16th of 2024 high, and another one from the December 7th 2024 high. I've been doing this since the late 90s. I've never seen that before. This is new to me. Okay, we can only conclude that this high should be one of some significance. Okay, and here's a spiral from 7/16. You can see all the dates it hit there, and then 7/28. Okay, with the slippage over here, that would be none unless it goes higher. And then here is the one from the December 7th of last year. There's all the turn dates and the slippage, and here we are there. Okay, and this shows the verbiage there. Here are the retracement targets from the 523 low, and here's from the 47 low. Okay, and there's our positions for the short, intermediate, and long term. That short term will be changing as soon as we get confirmation of a change in trend, and we watch that on the 1 and 10 minute charts and give that to our monthly subscribers to our newsletter. Okay, so that was the 28th. I want to get you guys up to date chronologically here. 29th, again, there's our systems, our trades. You can see you updated it. We had a new one on the 28th. Okay, and there's 6 wins, 4 losses, net realized gain of 14.52, and yeah, got them all right there. We haven't been doing this one very long. Well, the other ones haven't even been doing for a year yet, but this one's only like 3 weeks old. Okay, but so far so good. There's all that verbiage. We don't need to go over that again. Yeah, I wanted to point out, I did to our subscribers, our annual and our monthly subscribers, that on the S&P cash, it made a new high a day later with a day of slippage on July 29th. But what it did, it put in a key reversal day. I can show you guys on the chart, and I will a little bit on the actual chart, but a key reversal day happens, and this is it right here, that red bar, when the market makes a new high. In this case, it was a new all-time high in the cash market on the 29th, and then it closed below the previous day's low. Okay, so if that does mark the high, here are the retrace targets. This is from the April 7th low. You can see we have 5807, 5622, 5436, excuse me, and 5171. And there's all these open gaps here. These dates with circles are Fibonacci turn dates, and we can show you more of those, okay? This is a bearish signal. There, that is there. Yep, these open gaps, yeah, this thing corrects all the way down there. It'll close them, okay? We'll have to watch that play out. And there's the verbiage on that, okay? Yeah, we're watching the 1 and 10 minute charts, and there's the rest of those. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is, excuse me, let's get that over here, today's report. Okay, there's that again. One more day left on that offer reduced price on these trading systems. And here's the update on the bonds, or the treasury notes, if you will. It's 10-year bonds or T-notes, treasury notes. We're doing T-notes, at least so far. Switch to the 10-year bonds, but anyway, there's the gains and losses. There's 7 wins, 5 losses. Net realized gain is 1577. Okay, what I like about trading the T-notes is it requires less margin than the S&P or the ES, and it moves, you know, for a full point, $31 a point. You know, it moves in 30 seconds. It's a little complicated if you haven't done it. I was trading it way back in the 90s, but anyway, a couple advantages of trading this. I like it. I like bonds. Former Timer Digest Bond Market Timer of the Year, but they went out of business, so I'd like to be Timer of the Year if they were still in business. But anyway, there's that verbiage on that. And there's our disclaimer, and here's the hourly on the E-mini futures from the May low. You can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to the turn date on 7/28. Our Fibonacci retrace levels. This is the minimum requirement. This degree of trend, this 5 waves up from the May 23rd low is 61.90, 61.08, 60.25, 50, and 59.08. If and when it crosses below this May 23rd low, then we'll know that it's correcting to move up from the April 7th low. But first things first, we don't want to get in front of ourselves, which is what I said, first things first here. And there are the retracement targets. Okay, continue to watch the 1 and 10 minute charts. Okay, and there's that 728 high, no slippage, direct hit. So far so good. And there's the one from the December 2024 high, 728, no slippage, none, direct hit. Okay, there's our positions, and there's the other ones. Okay, so let's get out of that and go into our charts here. Let's go to the S&P. I think I want to do, yeah, this daily chart here. Okay, there's that key reversal day right there. Here are the there's a lot more Fibonacci turn days. I can just scroll back. All these hit back here, and some of them are different ones that I didn't include, but I don't know how far back that goes. But we're only concerned about the market. We were concerned from the previous all-time high, but here we are here. Okay, let's make that a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so it hit one day after. Here are the retrace targets on the S&P 500 cash market. There are all those open gaps. So we'll see if that holds. Okay. The great thing about Elliott Wave is, you know, to the 100th of a point or the penny where you're wrong. I say this all the time. The first thing I ask myself when I'm making a trade or a chart, where is it wrong? Where is this wrong? If it goes above 64.09. And in our ES, we have higher targets if the all-time high is broken to the upside. Okay, but Key reversal day, bearish signal. Is it 100%? No, nothing is, but we'll see if it holds, okay? And I want to get into these T-bonds here, okay? We're looking at a 10-minute chart, okay? And this is what we're trading here. Again, I'm just trading in segments, so I'm not really looking at any of this back here or anything before here. I'm just looking at this. Okay, let's just go from the minimum out, okay? So it looks like we have, let's just look at what I'm looking at or what I've been trading the last few days, okay? From this high, which looks like a triple top or a triangle, I'll scroll back and show you guys. Looks like we have a 1 down. Let me see if I can even make that bigger. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like we have a 1 down and a 2 up and then another 1 down, okay? That would be 1 of 3. I made it a different color to distinguish it. So it's 2 different degrees of trend. Okay, here's the retrace targets for this, okay? For this 1 down in red, we've got a 111.03 and a half, 111.05, 111.06, and 111.08 and a half. Where is this wrong? This can't be 1 down and then 2 up in red if the 2 up in red goes above the 2 in black, which is 111.11. Okay, so we know exactly where it's wrong. And where do we get confirmation that it's right? Wave 3 in red. Let me do that real quick. That would be a 3, and it would be down here. Wave 3 of red is in play when it goes below the wave 1 low, which is 110.30 and a half. Okay, and that's where 3 equals 1. And you see I got a little alert over there when it gets down there, and then I got 4 and 5 pulled in, but then 3 could also be a 1.618, which is down here at 110.20. Okay, so with Elliott Wave, we know exactly to the penny where we're wrong and where we are right. We put our stop above or below, depending on where the market's going, or put it above, or I call it a make or break, where we know we're right or we're wrong, okay? So, well, we put the stop above where we would be wrong or below where we would be wrong, depending on the market's going up or down. See if I can get this zoomed in a little bit here, or zoomed out, should I say. Let me go like this. Let me put this here. Let me do that. That might be better in case you guys are interested in the longer term. But for what it's worth, when I'm swing trading or day trading, I don't care or know per se if we're in a bear market or bull market. I'm just trading a 10-minute chart. I look at the 1-minute charts for entries and the 10-minute for verification, and then the true north, if you will, is the hourly. Okay, but that would be more for longer term trading, you know, daily, hourly. Okay, swing trading. Okay, so anyway, here we go with the A here. Okay, this looks like a triangle. A up, B down, C up, D down, and E up. Okay, that would be a 4, and then we'd get a 5. We should get a thrust out of the triangle, and we should see a break of this lower trend line here. Okay, that's better right there. So we'll see how this plays out. Where is it wrong? When this triple top, if you will, or the top of this triangle is broken to the upside. Okay, that's where we know we're wrong. Where are we right? When this trend line is broken. And usually when you get a triangle in wave 4, this would be a 4 up, you get a thrust and 5 down. That's a bigger wave count that's not on here. Okay, so and I played with some different things here in the black. These are different alternate counts. Okay, but the red one is the primary and the working wave count on this. So we'll get back to this 10-minute here. This is what we're looking at. We need this wave 2 high to hold, and we need this wave 1 in red broken to the downside to prove that this count is correct. And we're trading and loving trading these 10-year treasury notes. Okay, with that, let's get out of this. Let's get out of that. Let's go back to our last report. If I can pull it up here. There it is. Okay, and there's all our stuff with our auto trades. And I want to show you guys that chart. Here we go. Okay, so this is the smallest or lowest degree of trend. If this is indeed the top, then we'll see a move down to these targets here. I think I had, I know I had a different higher target. We'll adjust that next time. If this is broken to the upside, we have a Fibonacci target above. It's like about 100 points roughly. Okay, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe as early as tomorrow. It may not ever be crossed. Okay, that's it for this time. And until next time, take care, everyone.